Hello? Hello? Okay, hi, hello. Hold on. Wait, I don't know what just happened. Oh, why isn't it? Something's happened. Okay, there it is. Yay! Way to go, me!
Hey, hi, welcome. How are you? Welcoming you in. So come on, leave your costumes at the door and come on in with your great animal self. So I know it was a hell of a journey for you to get here. I know it was a terrible, like, there could have been an easier way for you to get here. I guess, I suppose. I didn't necessarily have to kidnap you from Bizarro World, but I had guns. And don't worry, we already passed the twilight zone. We flew right
I
past.
love it. You guys are so great.
We flew right past that girl. And then we hit the fork in the road, and you were like, oh my God, go left, because it's so beautiful over there. But nope, I took you right. And then I flopped you in this dusty ass doorway. The door is hanging off the hinges and shit. And it's so dark, but then you notice there's this huge ass light, and you have no idea where this light is even coming from. You're not even inside the building. You're Where the hell are you? Oh, you're on the outside of the building. You still got to go in the building. So you pull the door the rest of the way off its hinges, and you stand there trying to see, but this light is so bright. It's so bright. And then as you start, getting your wits about you, a sign hits you in the face that says, "Welcome to the most offensive what? Most offensive church this side of the universe. The party pit." Welcome. Hello. What we do here in this most magnificent place is, well, usually we read this great ass book. It's called God Said. God's unofficial biography, Das Bible, as read by yours truly, the Saint of Awesome, your Superstone Sage, Saint Nikki Kayla Grant. But for me, I cook for you. I don't know where that sound is coming from, but it was a very rumbly sound, and I don't know where it came from. But anyway, we usually do that. But what we're doing now is we are reading everything God did not say. It's in this great ass book called the Ethiopian Journal of Das Jews. Because this is not a Bible. This, as a matter of fact, is a pile of ass wipe. But whatever. We're going to read it because, well, we really don't need our asses wiped right now, so we might as well read what's on the toilet paper. You know, if toilet paper came with comics or something, you know. Anyway. I I have no idea what's happening, as a matter of fact. Just give me just 1 second. So I've been streaming all day. You would think I would know how to just have all this shit ready, but I did not have all this shit ready because I was doing other things. Oh, and you know what? And I so worried about pill that I totally forgot about YouTube. I didn't even bother to see if I was live on YouTube. I am live. Yep. Okay. So now I want to tell you, if you are on replay crew, watch on 2 times speed, because once I'm off this live stream, I don't talk fast anymore. I'm not sure why that is, but no matter the reason, watch on 2 times speed. 1.25. Just if you're on replay crew. Okay. And that is my warning, because I always forget, but I didn't forget this time. So 2 times speed. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I think this is what's happening. Okay. So, things have happened in this book. Don't ask me what they are, because it's all bullshit. Oh, that's right. So, if Noah was alive during the story of Tower of Babel, if Noah was alive for that, then the rest of this book doesn't even need to be read. Because his family would not have moved away from him. And then all the places that they say exist at this time do not exist at this time. I don't. Again, this book doesn't make any sense, so I can't retain any of his knowledge because it's not real. I don't know. But I'm having a real hard time, if you haven't been able to notice, uh, all the days I've been reading this book. Which my time on pill may be cut short, because I don't know, because I'll figure out how to get back on there. I'm not exactly sure what to do. I'm not exactly sure. But with all that being said, now, if learning, okay, this story don't make sense, and it's hard to remember what is happening in a screen universe that has nothing to do with us. So it's hard to keep that in there, because this shit didn't happen on this universe. So if hearing what happened on some other universe some other time, come on this way. I have everything you need. I have cannabis. I have cigarettes. I have coffee. I have a chair with your name on it. It's right there. Chair with your name on it. Right there. Yeah. I also have canine and cat beds and canine space if you brought your animals. That would be so awesome if you brought your animals because I love your animals. Yay, I do. Anyway, if all that sounds fun, come on this way. Yeah. So we are on chapter 9. Yeah, we're in chapter 9. Oh my God. Look. I want to make an executive decision. I wish people were here to visit me right now because I would love for people to visit. Oh my God, what day is it? It's Friday. Nobody might not show up because it's Friday. Yeah, I forgot about that. Shit, I can make an executive decision and nobody would even know. The devil is tempting me. Actually, it's not the devil. But, I don't know. Because it's more schematics. Where's everybody at? I don't know. No one knows. No. No. Okay. Chapter 9 is what Lance Ham gave. What? Okay. So the end of chapter 8 chapter 9 because I'm not reading all that. I am not. I am not. Schematics and land shit for some bullshit that doesn't even fucking matter. I'm not reading it. This did not happen. So I'm not. If Noah was alive during the Tower of Babel, God split all the people anyway, so it doesn't matter. And if Noah was not alive at the story or at the Tower of Babel, none of the places that they named as places could have been named those places. Because after the flood, all of it is new. None of this shit existed before Noah's seed started making it places. It wasn't a thing. So this did not happen on this universe. Okay, so anyway, the end of it says, or the end of chapter 9. Okay. And thus the sons of Noah divided to their sons in the presence of Noah their father. And he bound them all by oath, imprecating a curse on everyone that sought to seize the portion of which had not fallen to him by his lot. And they was like, bet, right? And they said, yeah, we're cool with that. And then it was all right. So, okay. Okay. For all the unclean wickedness of their errors, wherewith they have filled the earth with transgression and uncleanliness, and fornication and in sin. That is not even a thing. That was not even a thing. That is not even a thing. That is not even a thing. It's not a thing. That is not a thing that happened. God, give me Miss Mudduck. Oh, that is not a thing that happened. P.S. Just to tell you, that is not a thing that happened. I am really hoping somebody shows up in one of my chats because I need to know what's happening. I mean, I'm going to do this one. I want to show you, because Severe the Rapper made me another one. Hey, Chris. Hey. Look, I'm so glad that you're here because this shit didn't happen on this universe. We're reading another universe's book of shit that happened because this stuff did not happen on this universe, because sometimes two things can be true at one time, but this is not one of those times two things can be true at once. Like yesterday, I thought that we were time traveling, but I read the word wrong. But this time, I didn't read it wrong. Because if Noah was alive during the story of Babel, right? If Noah was alive at that time, God split everybody. So what's happening right now could have not have happened because God dispersed everybody. He made people go flying everywhere. So this shit with Noah splitting the land during the story of Babel, that was not a thing that happened. And then, if it is true, and Noah just split the earth between his sons, yes, that could have been a thing that happened. But then that would mean that none of the mountain ranges they've named, none of the other countries that they've named, none of anything that they named could have even been a place at that time. And also, hear what I'm about to read right now, the end of chapter 9, because I'm not reading through all these schematics that didn't happen. I'm not reading. He gave his son this place and this time, and it was all the way to Egypt. Egypt wasn't even a place then. But you see what I'm saying? This happened on some other fucking universe because that did not happen here. And only people with no fucking brain cells who allow other people to think for them believes this shit. And there's no way this is true. No matter which story you believe, there's no way it's true. It's fake on both sides. If the creation story didn't happen, this shit's not a place. These places have no names. If the creation story did happen, these places still have no names. These places didn't exist. There was not. There was only supposed to be Noah, his sons, and his grandsons. And the wives or whatever. There wasn't like giant ass groups of people. It was literally this one family. None of these other places existed. Or if they did exist and was already people here, maybe. But then that would mean Noah didn't divide anything to his sons because it was already taken over. Somebody else owned it. That's just my 50 fucking cents, which is worth a whole lot. You know what? I told people on Pilled I was about to go live again because I've been going live over there all day. I've been going over there live. I've been going live over there all day watching documentaries. Oh, I can't see my chat. Okay, I can see it. I'm around. Well, I'm around also. And you never called me today. But it's okay. You know what? Dustin's going to be gone most of tomorrow. So you can call me tomorrow. I mean, even if Dustin was here, you could call me. But I mean, I'm really just going to be watching documentaries on Pill. I think. I'm pretty sure. Have you seen my cousin? I want to call my cousin. I'm going to call my cousin. I'm going to be like, the fuck you. Because seven disappeared. I went to message him, and he's not even on Discord anymore or whatever. Well, he's still on Discord, but he's not on our server anymore. It's time to go live. Hey, I'm live. All right, we'll have a good time, cousin. Bye. Okay. Well, guys, it's Friday. Everybody's partying. We are so old. Yeah, I don't. Yes, I do. I know it's because he was doing all that, like copying and pasting, like his answers to everything. And I made fun of him for that. I was like, that's so lame, dude. And I think it might have like super offended him. And I'm hoping Severe the Rapper comes and hangs out again because that was really fun. But every time he comes and hangs out, nobody shows up. Not every time. He's only come that one time. But I keep hoping that he comes. Like, he is so cool. He made me another thingy, but I don't know how I didn't know how to save it on my computer. But this time it's a wolf dressed like a sheep. And I didn't have the heart to tell him it was backwards because it took long. He took his time with this. Yeah. But the one that General Samuel Fields made, I posted that one in Discord. And then he made me another one with you saw the moon. See, I can't see the moon all the way. Well, it's blocked by in my house. Like there's a lot of trees. And anytime something fucky happens with the moon, I can never see it because the trees are too big. And there's a lot of light pollution also. Like I'm saying that like I live somewhere remote. I live in the ghetto. There are trees in the ghetto. That's the only thing they let us have to keep us alive. I'm just kidding. That's a fucking lie. I have all sorts of shit. But the trees are too big to see the moon here in this little ghetto I live in. So are you partying tonight or are you hanging out with me? Because if you're hanging out with me, I'm gonna try my best not to talk shit about things that clearly happen in a different universe. Or a different timeline. Maybe the first timeline God tried this. I don't know. Would be the second timeline, wouldn't it? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this universe is still happening that we're reading this book from. Okay. So I'm going to read the end of chapter 9. So we know where we are in life. Oh, and I don't know what jubilee they're talking about, by the way. The 30th jubilee? No. 33rd jubilee? 33rd jubilee? Yeah, I guess the 33rd jubilee. Okay, so the 33rd or 34th jubilee. Okay, so the sons of Noah divided their sons, some of the land also in the presence of Noah, and he bound them all by an oath, imprecating a curse on everyone that sought to seize the portion which not had fallen him. And they was all like, bet, for themselves and their sons, forever throughout their generations, till the day of judgment. Was that you? Okay. Now I don't know where the hell I was in life. Okay. Okay. Till the day of judgment on which the Lord God shall judge them with a sword and fire. For all the unclean wickedness of their errors, wherewith they have filled the earth with transgression and uncleanliness and fornication and sin. This shit did not exist at this time. What are they even talking about? That was not even a thing that happened. Yeah, that was a thing that did not happen. Maybe on a different universe it happened, but it did not happen on this universe. Nope. It was some other string universe, because this shit could not be true if Noah was alive during the Jubilee, or during the Tower of Babel. And if Noah was alive before, or died before the Tower of Babel, this also could not have been a thing that happened. So no matter which way you put it, that is not a thing that happened. They made this shit up. And I do not blame King James for keeping it out of the Bible. It don't make no fucking sense. None of that could be true at any time in history. None of that could have happened. Miss Muddy, you're here. Oh, yay, I'm so glad you're here. Oh, man. Yeah, because I was having a heart attack in Dustin's neck muscle. Because, man, this happened on some other universe. Man. And, oh, well, actually, this is like 3 stories in one story. Right. But the Tower of Babel could not have happened while Noah was alive. It definitely happened after all of this, if this did happen. Because if this did happen, none of those other mountain ranges or countries or places, especially Egypt, could not have had those names because they weren't settled by Noah's sons yet. This is like 3 stories wrapped into one story. None of this stuff could have happened at the same time. And I know Noah was like 950 years old. I do know that. But I also know if this story is true, Noah wasn't alive during the Tower of Babel. Nor would he have been alive for any of those places to have been named. Especially how they were named like they were places before he ever saw them. Because that couldn't have been a thing. Especially if we're believing no other people were alive at the time after the flood. So all the countries and all the people of the countries would have had to have survived for any of this to have taken place. I mean, I could be wrong, but it really does not seem that way. But, Miss Mud Duck, what is your thoughts on it? And Chris, also, what are your guys' thoughts? It's Friday night. Let's do a tiny bit of thinking. I've been thinking, I've been thinking, drinking, I've been thinking. All right. Well, now we are going to read chapter 10. And I'm not shitting on anybody's parade. Just know, or at least I'm not doing it on purpose. I also want this book to be more than it is because I I kind of pulled a fast one to get this book. So, okay. And the third week of this jubilee, this would have been the 33rd or 34th jubilee. Doesn't exactly say. But in the third week of this jubilee, the unclean demons began to lead astray the children of the sons of Noah to make air and destroy them. And the sons of Noah came to Noah their father, and they told him concerning the demons which were leading astray and blinding, slaying their sons. And he prayed therefore to the Lord his God and said, God of the spirits of all flesh, who has shown mercy to me and saved me and my sons from the waters of the flood, and has not caused me to perish like the sons of perdition. For your grace has been great towards me, and great is your mercy on my soul. Let your grace be lift upon my sons, and let not the wicked spirits rule over them, lest they should destroy them from the earth. But do bless me and my sons, that we may increase and multiply, replenish the earth. And you know your watchers, the father of these spirits, acted in my day. As for these spirits, which are living in prison, imprison them and hold them fast in the place of condemnation. And don't let them bring destruction on the sons of your servant, my God, for those are malignant and created in order to destroy. And let them not rule over the spirits of No, you didn't derail anything, Miss Muddy. But this crap. And also keep in mind, Noah said they need to repopulate the earth. So the former could not have been true. Okay. Not let the unclean rule over the living, for you alone can exercise dominion over them, and let them not have power over the sons of the righteous from henceforth and forevermore. And the Lord our God made us to bind all, and the chief of the spirits, Mastema, came before me, and let them hearken to my voice and do all that I said to them. For some of them are not left to me. What? What does that even mean? And the Lord our God bade us to bind all. And the chief of the spirits, Mastema, came and said, Lord, Creator, let some of them remain before me, and let them hearken to my voice, and do all that I say to them. For if some of them are not left to me, I shall not be able to execute the power of my will on the sons of men. For these are for corruption and leading astray before my judgment. For great is the wickedness of the souls of men. What the fuck? So again, they're saying, well, God told us we could control these unclean spirits. God said we could do it, but then there was one guy who was like, let me do it because sometimes it's got to be bad. Because sometimes these people are bad. What does this even mean? And he said, let the 10th part of them remain before him, and let 9 parts descend into the place of condemnation. And one of us, he recommended that we should teach Noah all their medicines, for he knew they would not walk in uprightness, nor strive for it. And we did according to all his words. All the malignant evil ones we bound in the place of condemnation, and a 10th part of them. No, 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 no. This is not. No, no. The answer to that is no. I'm lost. What verse? I found it. It's the verse where they lie the most. What is this even saying? What is this? What is this even saying? Again, it's putting them in a place where they were not. And King James was absolutely right. King James was absolutely right. But we got to get through the story of Noah, because then we get the story of Moses. And you know what? I was just thinking, I know the story of Moses really well. And this is going to be highly difficult. But, I don't even know. I don't. What do I do? You know, what do I do? Miss Muddy, what do you want to do? Do you want to keep reading? Is this a vision, maybe? I thought of that too, but this is right after the demons start mating with men. Then Noah's praying. It doesn't ever say he's done praying, but then some guy starts talking about give him some demons because he needs them for corruption. And then these people are like, yeah, well, God gave us the power to bind these demons. And then he's like, I need some of them, but then keep some of them. And then let the other one be ruler of all of them, or something like that. Again, it's like I said in the beginning, I'm not retaining any of this because it's not fucking true. Like some of these things cannot be happening at the same time. They can't be true. None of it can be true, even if it happened at a different time. The way they're explaining this is like some dudes that are trying to write a play or write a movie without a script. Just bullet points. Do whatever you got to do to get right here. Here's what happens right here. So, however you want it to happen, figure it out. Or at least that's what it seems like to me. But I'm gonna hey Miss Muddy, do you have a computer or do you just on your phone? Or do you have a laptop? Maybe it's at the very end. I'm done trying to figure out when it is. They're making it seem like, again, they're condensing it. They're making it into a movie thing. But again, if Noah was alive at Babel, none of this happened. None of this happened if he was alive during Babel. And then also, if he gave his sons all this land, none of these places had a name yet. But he's naming off this. Like these places have names. And like he's traveled all around and he knows all the names. And he's like, even though this place is occupied by some before people, you go ahead and you get this land. You don't even got to fight for it. It's yours. Oh, oh yeah, because you live out in the middle of Bungfuck. Nobody came on my pill because I was just live on there like I don't know 15 minutes before I started because I was watching those documentaries over there and there were people on there and I was like I gotta do my Bible thing and nobody showed up. It's kind of sucky and sad all at the same time. No, okay. There is somebody other than me watching. There's at least one other person. Hit the pills. Give me drive-by pills. I want all the pills. Yeah, it's okay. Because I was gonna try to con you into reading some. But if you ain't got the internet, then I can't even con you into doing anything. Miss Muddy, also. Um, Dustin told me, not this Monday, but next Monday we can send that cup out to you. No, I didn't hear about any landslides anywhere. I'm not allowed to watch the news. The earth is trembling. Well, that's what they get for fucking with the weather. Bill Gates is going too far. CERN. It's not even Bill Gates, it's CERN. They're going too far with their scientist orgy shit. Yeah. But again, I'm not allowed to talk about those kind of things. And again, Jesus said it wasn't until that shit is over. That shit's gotta happen first. And then it's gotta be over. And the world's gotta be all good or all bad. It really might not even be the world. It might just be Israel by itself. Has to be all good or all bad. Yeah. I think he's yelling at the cat. But I want some ice cream. And nobody is. And it'll never happen when everybody is all one thing. There'll always be that one, you know. There'll always be that one. But then again, God said, if you can find one, it won't fucking matter. I think, didn't he say it won't fucking matter? I don't think he said, I think he said, oh, awesome. I think mine and Dustin 22nd anniversary is like a few days before my son was born. Yeah. In October. It was right after his 21st birthday, right before my 19th birthday. Yep. But it don't much matter. Well, at least not on my end doesn't much matter. But staying together 22 years is hard because me and Dustin took like a 5 year sabbatical and I landed in prison. He landed with a bunch of kids he couldn't take care of. No, I'm just kidding because his mom did that. How'd you guys stay together so long? Is it because you keep your mouth shut? I could never do that. I I'm known as the mouth of the South. Oh, you still like him? I think I might. No, Dustin told me once. I love you, but I don't like you. He told me that one time. I said, well, I don't like myself either. Join the club. Like you think you hate me. Imagine how I feel. We I talk about everything. Yeah. Dustin wished I didn't talk about everything, but I talk so much. Like to the point he actually gets mad at me and will just give me an attitude. Like, why are you talking to me? Or I'll stare at him sometimes. I like looking at him. He's got a nice face. And I stare at him and it creeps him out. Ah, why are you staring at me, weirdo? I just starred that. Yeah. That got a star rating. I don't know what that means. I'm, I'm, I starred that. I don't know what that means. Will you type again for a second so I can see what that means? I got these stupid hiccups. And we gotta finish this. We're almost done, probably. Okay. Okay. The sons of men, for these are for. Okay, hold on. I shall not be able to execute the power of my will on the sons of men, for these are for corruption and leading astray before my judgment. For great is the wickedness of the sons of men. And then he said, in 9 parts, and they teach Noah medicines and the evil ones, the place of condition. Oh, here we go. And the 10th part of them we left, that they might be subject before Satan on the earth. And we explain that to Noah. See what I'm saying? This was a setup. Look, if this shit is true, I've been saying this since the beginning. God's playing Risk by himself. And now he's added Satan into his Risk game. I I I don't even know. I don't. And we explained to Noah all the medicines of their diseases together with their seduction, that he might heal them with the herbs of the earth. And Noah wrote down all things in a book as we instructed him concerning every type of medicine. Thus, the evil spirits were precluded from hurting the sons of Noah. And we gave all that he had written to Shem, his eldest, for he loved him exceedingly above all his sons. And Noah slept with his fathers and was buried on Mount Labar in the land of Iraq. 950 years he completed in his life. 19 jubilees in 2 weeks and 5 years. So, 19 jubilees. So, almost 2,000 years, because if they're keeping track of the jubilees, wasn't one every 7 years? Or it's every 50 years. So what's 50 times 19? I don't even know. But it doesn't matter. And in his life on the earth, he excelled the children of men, save Enoch, because of the righteousness. He was perfect, for Enoch's office was ordained for testimony to the generation of the world, so he should recount all the deeds of generation to generation until the day of judgment. And in the 33rd Jubilee, in the first year, in the second month, so then all of that was the 32nd Jubilee. So, he's on 32nd Jubilee is when all that happened. Now we're on the 33rd Jubilee. In the first year and the second week, Peleg took for himself a wife, and she was Loma. And she bore him a son in the 4th year of this week, and called him Reu. And behold, the children of men have become evil through the wicked purpose of building for themselves a city and a tower in the land of Shinar. For they departed from the land of Iraq toward Shinar. For in his day they built. Okay, so now it's going to tell us about Babel, even though they already told us about Babel. This fucking crazy. Okay. See, so we did do some time traveling somehow. So they built a tower and saying, all right, let's go to heaven. So they began to build. And in the 4th week, they made brick with fire. And the bricks served them for stone. And the clay, which they cemented them together, was asphalt, which comes out of the sea and out of the fountains of water in the land of Shinar. And they built it. 43 years they were building it. The breadth was 203 bricks, and the height was 5,433 cubits and 2 palms. And the extent of one wall was 13 states, and one of another was 30 states. And the Lord our God said to us, I'm done. Because the Lord their God didn't say anything to them, because they didn't exist. They couldn't have existed. Can I be done? I know, don't even answer me because I probably can't be done. But I wouldn't mind being done. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. But if Noah's the father of nations, these people don't exist. Okay. And he said to us,
I didn't say nothing to you because you don't exist. I said this to myself. If you want to be serious about it, these people did not exist. I don't blame King James for keeping this out of the Bible. I would have kept it out too. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. You guys are stupid. You shouldn't be so greedy with name dropping yourselves, and you might do better. Behold, they are the people, and this they began to do. And now nothing will be withheld from them. Go, let us go down and confuse their language, that they may not understand one another's speech, that they may be dispersed into cities and nations, and one purpose will no longer abide with them till the day of judgment, and with him to see the city and tower which these terrible ass people built.
okay, now these people can start to exist. Okay. And the Lord descended, and we descended with him to see the city and the tower, which did not happen. This, if they would quit adding themselves into the story, it might be better for them. But because they got to be so greedy, and again, put them cockroach hands in everything. I really want some ice cream, but I'll have these Christmas nuts instead. Okay. Okay. We descended to see, and he confounded their language. And they no longer understood one another. And they ceased to build the city and the tower. For this was the reason the whole land of Shinar is called Babel. Okay? Because the Lord had did there, confounded everything. And from there they were dispersed with their cities, each according to his language and his nation. And the Lord sent and the Lord sent a mighty wind against the tower and overthrew it upon the earth. And behold, it was between Ashur and Babylon and the city of Shinar. And they called its name Overthrow. For in the fourth week, and the first year, in the beginning, and the 34th Jubilee, where they dispersed from the land of Shinar. And Ham and his sons went into the land which he was to occupy, which he occupied as his portion in the land of the south. So, that's where Sheba's from. And Canaan saw the land of Lebanon to the river of Egypt, that it was very good. What? Who's Canaan? Wasn't there Shem, Ham, and Japheth? Who's Canaan? Might be one of the sons, but Canaan was already a place, supposedly. So he saw Lebanon and the river of Egypt that was very good. And he did not go into the land of his inheritance, to the west, to the sea, and dwelt in the land of Lebanon, eastward from the border of the Jordan, and to the border of the sea. And Ham, his father, okay, and Cush, Mizraim, his brothers, said to him, you settled in a land which was not yours, and which did not fall to you by lot. Do not do so. For if you do, you will, and your sons will fall into the hand and be accursed through sedition. For by this sedition you have settled, and by sedition will your children fall. And then you will be rooted out forever. Do not dwell in this dwelling of Shem. For to Shem and his sons did not come by it by lot. Cursed are you, and curse shall be beyond all the sons of Noah by curse, by which we bound ourselves in oath in the prison or in the presence of the holy judge and Noah our father. But like a Jew, he did not listen and dwelt in the land of Lebanon. Dwelt in the land of Lebanon, from Hamath to the entering of Egypt. And he named Canaan, and Japheth and his sons went toward the sea, and dwelt in the land of their portion. And Madai saw the land of the sea, and it did not please him. And he begged a portion from Elon and Ashur and Arpachshad, his wife's brother, and dwelt in the land of Media, near to his wife's brother, until this day. And he called this place, and the dwelling place of his son, Media, after the name of their father, Midiah. I'm done. I'm done. I can't do no more. I can't do anymore. I'm sorry, but I want somebody else to read with me. Well, at least this book. I need to find a partner. But then I wouldn't be able to keep my mouth shut because there would be somebody else here. Right? Right? I think so. All right, hold on 1 second. I gotta pee. Are you saying, yeah, I can be done? So, how are you feeling, Miss Muddy? Are you excited to finally get into Exodus? Because for as boring as Exodus is, it's a really fun story, and I hope it's just as fun in this Bible. This isn't even a Bible in this journal. I hope Exodus is as fun as it is in the other one. I'm actually doing pretty okay. But I am having a bit of a problem. I don't exactly know what's going to happen with my build account. I don't know what's going to happen to it. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to pay for it. The only amount of money I can make on it was $6 this month. And granted, it's the first month that I've streamed there, but I only made $6, and that's not enough. And I can't take the $6 off there. It's supposed to pay for the next month, but I didn't because I didn't make enough. But I don't know. I'll figure it out. But other than that, I'm doing good. Sorry. These little nuts are actually pretty good. They're espresso hazelnuts and cocoa cashew. I probably shouldn't be eating these before bed, but they're really kind of good. I don't know where Dustin found them, but he got them for Christmas. So I'm eating Santa's Christmas nuts. But it's Friday night and people are partying, and my old ass has to get to bed after eating this espresso. Huh. Anyway, it is time to give the pillows some head and the sheets some ass and have the sweetest dreams ever. So I'm going to wait for everybody to say goodnight, and then I'll go ahead and say goodnight because, oh, and I miss Muddy. Good night, sweet dreams, and happy 22-year anniversary. That is just hard as hell to get through. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't make it. Hopefully, I'll make it this time. But I did not make it 22 years the first time. I barely made it 6. So that's good on you for making it that long. So I love you. And maybe give your hubby some head and some ass. Put some lipstick on. Put a ring on it. Get all over your face. You guys might be too old for that. I don't even know how old you are, but you might be too old for the whole getting it all over your face thing. I love you so much. Good night. Things are happening. Hold on. Good night, Miss Muddy. I love you. Good night, Chris. Good night, everyone else. Don't forget to press the likes and the pills. Put your thumbs all over me. Give me all the pills. And have the sweetest dreams ever. Love you so much. Good night.